Hello, this is Daniel Lin, and today I'm going to be showing you my Shiny app1. So let me first reload the app so that we can check that the default values are all correct. Um, we see that there's a slider input for the time period from 1990 to 2015, an initial amount, a numeric input 5,000, and a numeric input for annual contributions with the default value at 1,000. Buttons for contributions, and the default value is at the beginning of the year, and you can choose beginning of the year or end of the year. And then numeric input for growth rate with the default value being 0.03. I added my own button right here, which is like viewing the time range, where you can choose to either view the entire graph of annual returns with the selected range highlighted, or you can view the selected range only, and I'll show that in a bit. But first we'll look at the first plot. We see that it visualizes a bar chart of the S&P 500 annual returns, while highlighting the selected range that we chose in the slider input. And then the second plot shows a graphic that shows the timeline of the simulated values for the chosen values. And that plot is based on this table right here, which shows the year, the annual return in that year, and the balance based on whether it's like contributions at the beginning of the year or at the end of the year. Now let's change some values real quick. Let's change 2015 to 2024 to see the changes. We see that the titles of all three graphs like change accordingly, 1990 to 2024, and the table also now goes to 2024. We see that the highlighted range also changes, and then the end value of here is also 2024. Um, Now let's change the contribution timing. So we'll look at the first value on the table right here, 5508, and we'll change it to contributions at the end of the year. Um, we see that the title's changed now so that you can tell that it's contributions at the end of the year. And now the balance is 5590, which is slightly different due to the different formula. And let's just do some other changes since this is base. We can show that it works. We can just set the annual contributions to 500. Let's set the initial amount to like 6,000. And for growth rate, let's just say we'll set it to 0.05. Um, so now you can see that the balance numbers are different. Contributions at the end of the year. And we can set it at the beginning too, just to see. And then lastly, let's go look at the button that I added, which is viewing the time range. We can change it to selected only, and boom, it only shows 1990 to 2024. Well, we can also change this. Let's change it, let's say 1973, and now it'll show from 1973 to 2024. And the other graphs will also change to fit this 1973 here, and then the end 2024. 2024, 1973. We can change it back if we want, so we can see the entire range with just 1973 to 2024 highlighted. And that was it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.